True story here. I was getting out of my car to go hike Marymere Falls, and I heard a noise. It was really none other than Pickles the Penguin asking me if he could go on the trail with me. So I said sure. So I grabbed Pickles. I'm taking him on the hike. I would have never thought my penguin wanted to go on the hike, but here we are. Cruising down the trail. We're actually on the Marymere Falls Trail. We got Lake Crescent in the background. I'll flip the camera. Obviously, as I said before, Pickles is here. I have no idea why Pickles is with me. I had no intention of bringing Pickles on the hike. It's actually his first hike, so I guess maybe that's what this is about. You know, if he hadn't screamed from the rooftop, because he lives in my rooftop cargo net, I wouldn't have brought him. I think all the pickle making on the back of the tailgate, true story, of the element has awoken the charm of Pickles. So I actually named him before I started making pickles on the tailgate, so that's really bizarre too. Check this out, guys. Unbelievable. This trail is gorgeous. Glad to take you with me. Pickles says what up. It's crazy, that ripple effect is just the effect of walking through corrugation. It's super cool. This trail is buffed for maximum tourist enjoyment. That being said, it's nice to be out of the car and get a couple miles in, take a break, and life is good. We'll turn this camera around when I see something cool or when we get to the falls. Alright guys, I'm on the Marymere Falls Trail still. It wiggles through the woods on these beautiful bridges. Absolutely amazing. You really can't beat this. Any age, any health, you could be on this trail. See the falls in the background. All right, made it to Marymere Falls. Pickles came with me. Pickles. And now we're on Lake Crescent still, which is just gorgeous. I don't know if you can see how beautiful this really is. Yes, there's the highway or road goes around it, so there's a little bit of road noise, but it's kind of irrelevant when you've got lapping water in the background. Just amazing. Marymere Falls is a very short hike, 1.1 miles. You could do it blindfolded. That being said, if you're on a road trip, get out of the car and go do it. Parking lot was full, and my mind said, oh, I'm not that interested. And then I realized, you know what, who cares? Let's go do this. So, yeah. Anyways, life is good. I'm gonna keep rolling. Not sure who, what, where, why, when, how, but I'm gonna keep moving a little bit down the road and see what the day brings. This has been a gorgeous start to the day. Absolutely gorgeous. Good morning, everyone. I was able to get a Hipcamp on the Olympic coast. It was pretty last minute. It was less than 24 hours. It's the first time I'd ever done Hipcamp. I'd booked a few times, but actually never showed up for other reasons. But here we are. I got my car all opened up. There's a nice property. There's campsites all over there. There's campsites here. There's campsites here, here. She told me I could stay here and by the tree if I wanted to come another night. But this worked out pretty well for me. It took over 5.5 hours of waiting for the ferry. So recommendation, if you're in Washington State, book a ferry reservation. I don't know if they didn't allow them because it was only 24 hours in advance, so they only had first come, first serve, so we had to wait in line, or if they were just booked. Either way, didn't play out well for us. That being said, we got on the ferry. It's always fun putting a car, motorcycle, whatever it is, on a boat. So we got that done, so that was cool. And then for the rest of the day, I'm just going to go explore. She told me I could stay for a little bit or for a few days extra if I wanted to, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I was headed up to Nia Bay, but unfortunately there's a 101 or 100-year Native American festival, and going on res land is always, I'll just say, an experience, but I'm definitely not interested in going on the res with a massive yearly festival. So just not my style. Also, I was going to leave my car and go hiking on the res, and I have everything I own inside the car, and I just don't want to deal with the security issues of thousands of people being around and having everything I own in my car. So I might just go explore some falls and some just quick day hikes. I know everyone goes up Hurricane Pass. That's a scenic drive. I think maybe I would have got a sticker, but I'm pretty positive that the visitor center burned down 2 years ago in a massive fire. So I'm not really one for scenic events. I actually don't even really climb named peaks often, just to say I climbed them. However, I've been collecting a few stickers, and I have nothing but positivity for whatever it is that you like to do. And if you want to stamp your national park passport, I think that's super cool. It's just not my thing. So we had a great night, made some good food. I probably forgot to do it on YouTube, but I've been making pickles on the back of my car, which is kind of funny, I realize, because I'm driving a pickled color car. It all started with a woman giving me cucumbers at the alpaca farm for the PNW meetup. That's quite a sentence to say. So she gave me cucumbers, and being a chef and educator in that field, I decided to make pickles, and they came out really good. Just a quick pickle, hot, salty water, vinegar, spices, sugar. So then I was at the Skagit Valley Food Co-op, and I decided to get more cucumbers and pickle them, and I think it's gonna be my thing. If you see me on the road, ask for a pickle. I'm kind of joking, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. So anyways, from here, gonna go explore. May or may not come back here, and then head down the coast of Washington, do a little things, clean up my storage unit for the second time in the last few weeks. Last time I went there 2 weeks ago, I saw there was some damage to things, but I had driven 18 hours and my brain wasn't working well, so I might go there and just organize. I really need to get everything out of there. But from there, so these are all loose concepts, head down the coast to Astoria, Oregon, and then head over into Old Highway 49 Sierras by Lassen National Park. I have some business to take care of there. So we've been on the road for over 4.5 weeks at this time, and things are going great. There's always moments of, there's been hiccups and things going on, but it's just been amazing. And I will say, with skepticism I had skepticism in my mind going to a big meetup, because I'm not a large group social guy, don't do concerts, things like that. I will say that the PNW meetup was 100% stellar. Nothing but positivity. Shout out to Dat at Overland Antidote, and all the sponsors and all the people that put that together. It was an amazing time. Super positive people. Just nothing but love. If there were any attitudes or things going on, I basically was unaware of them, and they were irrelevant. I'd say 99% of the vibes there were 100% positive. And so for now, I'm going to, you can see what I got going on here. I'm a little disorganized. I use my front seat for like the toiletries and daily needs. Car always stays the same. I've got today's clothes right here, my backpack. There's a little backpack under here, and this backpack is like if I needed to take everything I had into a place, shower, whatever, it's all in there. I got my cooler here. My bed's always set up in this mode, my pillowcase. And I'd say one of the greatest things is keeping my heat shields in the top. It saves so much room because they're pretty cumbersome. And I remember at another meetup, someone asked me what the most, I don't know if it was the most important or my favorite piece of gear in this car, what it was. And I think at that time I said the Heroes swivel seat, which is not swiveled right now, but I mean, that's just an epic product. And when you look at my car, you're thinking, hey, what is the coolest piece of this car? First glance, you might say the bed, you might say the cabinet. Sorry to walk around. You might say the center console. You might say the molly panels. But you want to know what the most important and best piece of gear in this car is? And this is not a product endorsement. The best piece of gear in this car are the heat shields. Custom fit for this car, maybe $200 for all of them, but I only needed a few because they don't fit behind my molly panels. So I just cut bubble wrap for those. The heat shields make this car pitch black, and whether I'm at a rest area, campground, whatever. Sunroof one changes the temperature by like 10 degrees, but the heat shield, making it dark, making it slightly cooler. I did the gold and black ones. They're just game changers. So that's my words of wisdom for the day. Cut your own, buy the black and silver ones on eBay that don't fit well. Do whatever you do, but the best piece of gear for me, heat shields. Other than that, rock and roll. Have a beautiful day. Nothing but love, Weirded Beardy. Take care.